A short, honest answer is, there is no single universally accepted proof of God's existence, but there are several strong arguments that many people find convincing. Here's a clear summary. 1. Cosmological argument, cause of the universe. Everything that begins to exist has a cause. The universe began to exist, Big Bang. Therefore, the universe must have a cause beyond space and time. That cause is often identified as God. 2. Design, fine-tuning argument. The universe's physical constants, gravity, etc., are extremely precise. Even tiny changes would make life impossible. This suggests intentional design rather than random chance. 3. Moral argument. Humans have a sense of right and wrong, objective morality, e.g., if injustice is truly wrong, needs a higher source. That source is argued to be God. 4. Consciousness awareness. Humans are self-aware and conscious. Pure matter alone struggles to fully explain consciousness. Some argue this points to a higher non-material source. 5. Personal experience. Billions of people claim spiritual experiences, answered prayers, or a sense of God. While subjective, it's powerful for believers. Conclusion. Science cannot directly prove or disprove God, because God, if exists, is beyond physical testing. Belief in God is usually based on a combination of reason, experience, and faith. 6. Ontological argument, logic-based. God is defined as the greatest possible being. No being that exists is greater than one that doesn't. Therefore, the greatest being must exist. This is philosophical and debated, but influential. 7. Contingency argument, why anything exists. Everything in the universe depends on something else, parents, causes, etc. If everything were dependent, nothing would ultimately exist. There must be a necessary being that exists by itself, God. 8. First cause versus infinite regression. If every cause has another cause, you get an infinite chain. But an infinite chain never actually starts anything. There must be a first uncaused cause, God. 9. Order laws of nature. The universe follows consistent laws, physics, mathematics. Order usually comes from intelligence, like a system or program. It suggests a lawgiver behind the laws. 10. Human purpose, meaning. Humans naturally search for meaning, purpose, and justice. A purely random universe doesn't guarantee meaning. God provides a foundation for purpose and ultimate justice. 11. Argument from revelation, religious perspective. Scriptures like the Quran claim divine origin. Some argue its language, preservation, and predictions are miraculous. Believers see this as evidence of God's communication. 12. Probability argument. Life arising by pure chance is extremely unlikely. Fine-tuning plus biology. Intelligence, God, is seen as a more reasonable explanation than randomness. Counterview, important for balance. Some people reject these arguments because science may eventually explain origins naturally. Fine-tuning could be chance or multiverse. Morality could come from evolution. No direct physical evidence of God. So belief ultimately depends on interpretation, not just data. Final simple conclusion. There is no laboratory proof, but many strong philosophical and logical arguments. Most believers see God as the best explanation, not the only possible one. So the question is less, is there proof? And more, which explanation makes the most sense to you? Subscribe my YouTube channel.